Hi everyone, my name is Derek Ward, and this presentation is for Accounting 6650 at Southern Utah University. I'll be presenting about an ethical dilemma. So this presentation is about Kiley Nolan's ethical dilemma. So Kiley Nolan worked for South City Electronics as the controller there. South City Electronics was a publicly owned company that creates complex electronic system processes. And Kiley worked with the CFO, David Levin. In this case, South City Electronics has a $10 million loan outstanding that's contingent upon a couple of metrics. One is $1.3 million in cash flow or $700,000 in earnings by the end of Q1 2019. On March 29th, 2019, South City executed a transaction which they hoped would allow them to meet the metrics for their $10 million loan. They executed a sale of $1.6 million to Victor Systems. David Levin, the CFO, wanted Kiley to record the sales revenue in Q1. However, the sale was contingent upon a provision allowing the customer to return the equipment unless the installation satisfied certain performance tests. And at the time of the delivery, it was impossible to determine if the equipment would meet all of the criteria for the contingent provision. So David Levin, the CFO, wanted Kiley, the controller, to record the sale in Q1 of 2019, even though under GAAP, because of the contingent provisions, it didn't qualify as sales income yet. So that's kind of the ethical dilemma Kiley's in. Her boss, the CFO, told her that they just didn't have any choice. They needed to record it in Q1 of 2019, or they would default on the loan. And when Kiley pushed back, her boss, David, just told her she had to do it. So there are a few ethical considerations here. One of the first questions I'd ask myself is, why is there any legitimate business reason, or not business reason, right? Is there any legitimate reason under GAAP to record the sale now instead of after the performance obligations have been satisfied? And I think the answer to that is no. David right now has all three of the elements of the fraud triangle. He's got financial pressure from the $10 million loan. He's rationalizing it away by saying that they just don't have any other option, and that Kiley's being too strict in her reading of the accounting guidelines. And then he's got opportunity, right? As the CFO, he's definitely got the opportunity to apply pressure and to manipulate the numbers to the advantage of the company, of South City Electronics. The next ethical consideration I look at is who could suffer as a result of recording the sale in 2019. And I think at the top of the list is the bank, right? If you're supplying the bank with fraudulent numbers, padding your sales, then they're not allowed to make the appropriate decisions for the bank and assess the risk of the loan accordingly. The other party that stands to suffer from recording this revenue in Q1 is the shareholders. As mentioned earlier, South City Electronics is a public company, and so they'll make decisions based off of assets and revenues for that quarter, and padding those numbers in Q1 of 2019 is definitely a misrepresentation of the financials at that period of time. So I think Kiley's ethical responsibility is to record the sale whenever the performance metrics are met. Record the income, I should say, whenever those qualifications are met. Thank you.